Guys, recently I posted a video of me rolling with 4 other black belts. We were getting ready for the Nogi Pans, and we had a really good, sweaty training session. And there was a few moves that several of you guys had questions about. One was Braulio Cuevas? Don't know how to say it, I apologize, brother. But him and several other people had a question about a guard pass back take combo that I pieced together. And it was one of those moves that looks kind of cool. It's really simple, as I'll show you, but it looks kind of cool. I'll go ahead and show you the video real quick. So if you see it, it's a basic double under stack pass, couple modifications, and then we're going into that sort of roll. A lot of people call it like a truck from 10th Planet. So we're gonna take a look at that. Guys, I'll preface this video with, it's gonna be a little bit longer because I'm really gonna try to break it down for you a bit. So this way, if you wanna use this move, you can. As always, this is my lovely, handsome, beautiful assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. So guys, we're gonna start first by getting into the roll, that position first, and then we'll work backwards into the pass and sort of piece them together. So that roll, just to kind of show you, it's a really simple roll. A lot of you guys have probably done it from like this quarter mount position where we're inside of like a half guard. We drive our knee to this mount, but they still have our ankle. You can do a figure 4 lock. I don't really do it very often, but basically at this point we're gonna open up and we're gonna do a forward roll, just like this. And we get to this position to take the back. Now you've got to be careful about this, and this is one of the things, this is the way that I like to play jiu-jitsu. Kill or be killed, right? Because in this position, I'm sort of 50-50. So if I don't do this perfectly, Adam can extend me and he can take my back too, okay? You see this works just as for him. So from here, I'm gonna control the hips. I can use my foot if I need to, and I want to work my way around. And then I'll crawl up the body, starting with the shoulder and up the neck, and then take the back, okay? One more time on that movement, and then we'll talk about it from the turtle. So again, if we get into a quarter mount position here, you open up the leg and then you roll through, and then open, boom, take the back. That's the basic move, right? Now, next one is from the turtle position, okay? I started doing this particular move because there would be times where, let's say if I maybe did an arm drag, I do an arm drag, I come up to take the back, and I've got this hook in, but I, for some reason, couldn't bring the person back. Maybe they were really sturdy, couldn't do it. So what I would do is I would grab this ankle and I would roll, push it off, and go here, and then take the back from this position, right? Boom, same thing. Now, during that video, what happened is as I was passing the guard, he was coming up. And there was a position where I was basically doing a gut wrench. I threw my hook in, and then at the same time, I could feel him turning. And it was a smart move for him to do. If he brings this leg out, sits back, boom, he can take my back from there. So again, there was a lot of things going on in the transition you can't see, but I could feel them. So I had to make the jump very quickly. So as we came up, touch your knees here. So as I got that leg in position, I started to feel him like turn towards me, and then I just jumped right here, taking the position into the back. Now the way that sort of happened with the pass, and this is where we're gonna piece it all together. When I got into the position, a lot of times when I go for a double under pass, I start to hip up. Really good guys from guard a lot of times will extend away, roll from me, and they'll come right back into their guard, okay? And if I don't do something to stay with them, I'll lose the position. And so all I did from there was as I'm coming up, he started to turn. My hand, let's turn this direction so that you guys can see, I stake my hand right around the gut here, right here on the side. So as he rolls away, I've got a good grip. It's gonna be hard for him to get away from me, little gut wrench, right? Now, at this point, his leg was still up, so I just basically held it open and then threw my leg into position. And then he started to roll. I pressed off my feet, jumped, controlled the hips, and then we take the back. One time through this at a smooth pace, probably do it a couple times so you guys can get an angle for it. So I'm going in here, I'm cutting the angles here. He starts to go grabbing, throw the leg in, jump. Wasn't quite that smooth, but that's the gist of it, right? And that's kind of how your moves are always gonna be. One more time. There's always gonna be textbook, and then there's gonna be what happens. And if you watch, I'm showing you how I do it, how to practice it, but then when you go back to the video and you watch it, it's not quite exactly textbook. There's a few differences. So again, you're here, pulling up, going, he starts to turn away, hooking, and again from here, while the leg was open, I kind of held it up a bit, snaked my leg in, hooked. As he started to roll, I just jumped right here and rolled through. And then again, once we're in this position, we just take the back. So that was the gist of it, guys. That's the move. So basic, it's a modified double under. There's a million different variations to the double under. I really like that pass. I use it a lot, especially in no gi. And then just tie that onto that, you know, I guess you would consider a little like truck roll, whatever you want to call it, from the position. But again, if you guys have questions about that, hopefully that answered it. If you have any more questions about it, put them down below. I'm finished. Adam?
Adam.
Thanks for the questions, guys.